Hello, here Justin with Blue Sky Electric, and I just want to say a few words on the solar movement, if you will, that's happening in Oklahoma right now. Solar hadn't been popular until the past few years. It's starting to take hold in Oklahoma. Starting to see more of it, and more companies are starting to pop up, and a lot of out-of-state companies, sales companies, are moving into Oklahoma to take advantage of the market. So there's a lot of money moving around in the solar industry in Oklahoma because they're not cheap to install, and a lot of Oklahomans are getting taken. So excuse me. There's a lot of we're starting to get more and more calls at Blue Sky Electric. We do service and do some installations with solar, but it's not our main thing. We do breaker panels, generators, lighting upgrades, and residential type stuff. But we're starting to get calls from homeowners who can't get a hold of the solar company that installed their solar systems, and they're not producing, they're not working. There are many errors in their installation. They just did a horrible job, and the reason is because they probably weren't electricians, they weren't licensed to do so, and they cut corners in order to save costs. And really, the sales companies that are selling these systems are making all the money on these systems. And then in the end, the homeowners are the ones that are getting taken and suffering because of it. So we've had just last week we had a call on the system that wasn't producing like promised, wasn't making the electricity. Half of it wasn't even working. Once we discovered the problem, it was a bad wiring. There was another house, we removed the solar system so they could re-roof the house, and we found out the bolts holding the rails down were not bolted to the joists or the rafters. They were just going right into the decking, which is a horrible thing, because it doesn't take much to a wind that could lift these panels off the roof if it's not installed correctly and not bolted down correctly. There's things you have to do. You're supposed to get an engineering report, and there's ways to do it, and there's ways to do it correctly. And it's just not happening. So these companies are not getting permits and licensing because they're not electricians, and they can't do that. So 2 things to protect yourself on these solar installations. Make sure, get a list of the equipment that they're promising to sell you, and make sure that's actually the equipment they install on the roof. When it shows up your house, make sure it matches what they told you they're going to install. There's a lot of big variance in quality of solar panels. There's premium panels, and then there's just the standard panels, and with the difference in quality, there's a difference in cost, difference in price. So they're selling you premium panels and giving you the cheap panels, and of course that's not right. So look what they do your background check, do your homework, compare what they're installing with what's out there, and make sure they're giving you what they've promised you. They should have a 25-year warranty. It's easy to see on any of the manufacturers' websites. You can go look up the details and the spec sheets on the equipment that they're going to install. Inverters too, they should have, they usually have a good warranty as well, and make sure that they are installing a quality inverter from a company who's going to be around in 10 or 20 years to back that warranty up. The other thing is, whoever's installing your system, make sure they are a licensed electrical contractor, because that's what's required in Oklahoma to do these installations. If it's got wires on it, it's required to be an electrical contractor. So it's not hard. Just go to the Construction Industries Board of Oklahoma, go to their website, the CIB is what we call them, and there's a button you click on the website. It's called Are They Licensed? So you can look and see if whoever's doing the installation, you can look them up by name, by license number. It's required to be on the side of their vehicles, and their license number is required. Their electrical contractor's number is required to be written in Oklahoma City on the side of their trucks. The Construction Industries Board is the agency that monitors and maintains the licensing for trades in Oklahoma: plumbers, heat and air, electricians, all of them. So you can verify that they are licensed and actively licensed, because it'll show inactive if they've let something lapse like their insurance. And then you can also ask for a certificate of insurance, their liability insurance, their workers' comp insurance. You can get a W-9 from them, an IRS W-9, make sure they're legitimate there. So do these things, protect yourself, and do your homework and your background checks, and don't get taken by all these out-of-state companies who are rolling in here, and that's exactly what they're doing. So good luck.